Hi, Claude. Good work doing this essay. Let's get right into your corrections so we don't waste any time. Okay, this is the one about marketing, international marketing being intrusive and invasive. Let's see what you had to say. In some countries, international marketing is considered intrusive and invasive, but in some nations it is viewed as a way to spread new ideas, language, and culture. In this essay, I will discuss both sides of the argument. All right, since this is your introduction, let's talk about what's good about it and what's bad about it. What's good about it is that it's direct, it's to the point, and it's clear. What's bad about it is a couple of things. Number one, this should be one sentence. You can't start a sentence with but. I know we see it a lot in like informal text, but certainly not in an IELTS essay where you have to be more formal and more academic in style. So these should be one sentence. Second of all, I don't have the task in front of me, but from my understanding, this is pretty much identical to what's in the task. Do try to rephrase it as much as you can. Okay? And then, if I'm not mistaken, the task also asks you what your opinion is, to what extent do you agree or disagree. That's how I remember it. So it's not enough to just say, well, X views it like this and Y views it like this. In this essay, I'll discuss both. No, because it has asked you to discuss your opinion. So you need to do that in your introduction. You need to say, it is my firm belief that blah, 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 whatever your opinion is, okay? Okay, in countries that view international marketing as interfering, they usually have a tight connection to their own culture and traditions. Because of this, their people always find it difficult to welcome new or different ideas from other nations. Norms in certain places are seen as taboo in others. One example is divorce. In a Catholic country like the Philippines, this is not well accepted as a normal or a good thing to do. All right, you started off nicely, but then when you started to talk about divorce, you totally got off topic. So this is going to really, really cost you in terms of your task response, okay? You need to talk only about international marketing, and examples of international marketing, divorce, and the church, really not relevant here in this situation, okay? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's a 4-sentence paragraph. I mean, you could have developed this a little more. What are some examples of international marketing? What are some examples of how it can be intrusive in that country, especially in some of these, as you say, difficult to welcome new or different ideas? I mean, you should talk about that more specifically, okay? So it's like you totally went off topic here. All right, moving right along. On the other hand, there are also nations who see international marketing as a very good way to learn new things. Ideas from other cultures or countries are always present fresh points of view. Where am I? Here I am. Points of view. There is, we don't use contractions in the IELTS essays, there is this saying that doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. All right, how is that relevant? Okay? And this is not a full expression. There is a saying that, Okay, so what about it? Innovation is a really good result of learning new things. Different sources of knowledge can also give you ways of improving the current situation. Again, it's not directly related to the topic of international marketing. You need to be focused on this issue rather than just talking in a very general kind of way about the topic. This is really going to cost you some task response, okay? Let's see. So yeah, I mean, you could have talked about examples of how international marketing does this and how it educates and teaches language and all these other things that we're talking about in the prompt. Okay, you didn't do any of that. You just went off in this very general kind of way and didn't really address the issue as closely as you should. Okay, so in my opinion, there should be a balance between welcoming international marketing ideas and maintaining a country's identity. Too much of something is always bad. I believe as nations progress over time, overtime is 2 words here, okay? Overtime, 1 word is one thing, and over time is something different. So over time, they will eventually open themselves to different cultures and ways of doing things. It will be actually beneficial to countries to receive new ideas from different places and add them to the good traditions of or culture they already have, okay? So I've given you my feedback. I've explained to you what the big error is here. So I hope that you find this feedback helpful. I think that you would really benefit from partaking in some activity here at IELTSpodcast.com, whether that be the online course, which is really in-depth and teaches you everything you need to know about writing, or if you just choose to get essay corrections. But based on what I see here, and especially seeing your scores, and that there's such a big difference between your writing and the rest of your scores, I think that really what's happening is some problems with your test-taking skills. So, do consider trying to, maybe fix those problems with us. I'm sure we'll be more than able to help you. So, anyway, just to wrap up, I'm glad that you wrote this essay. I'm glad that you're preparing for IELTS. I really hope that we can work together in the future. So, good luck with writing, and I hope to see more of your essays soon.